So we're on chapter 16 of the Antya Lila. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tastes nectar from the lips of Lord Sri Krishna. Vande Shri Krishna Chaitanyam Krishna Bhavamritam Hiya Ashvad Yasvad Dayan Bhaktam Prema Diksham Ashikshayat. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who personally tasted the nectar of ecstatic love for Krishna and then instructed his devotees how to taste it. Thus he enlightened them about ecstatic love of Krishna to initiate them into transcendental knowledge. Or actually, he caused them to taste this nectar. Mahaprabhu, he tasted the Krishna Bhavamritam, the nectar of divine love for Krishna, and then Asvad Yasvadanyam Bhaktam, and then he caused his devotees also to taste it. That is actually what it says. Prema Diksham. Okay, then Prema Diksham Ashikshayat. He gave them initiation and instructed them into Prema. Prema Diksham. I have not heard this phrase before. He gave them initiation into Prem. And Ashikshayat, instructed them. Diksha and Shiksha. He gave them Diksha and Shiksha into Prem. My goodness. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya, Jai Nityananda, Jai Dvaita Chandra, Jai Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hey Mata Mahaprabhu Rohe Nila Chole, Bhakta Gan Sange Sada Prema Vivale. Mahaprabhu thus stayed at Jagannath Puri in the association of his devotees, always merged in ecstatic devotional love. Prema Vivale, like immersed in prema, overwhelmed, utterly absorbed by prema. Harshantare Aila Sab Goder Bhakta Gan Purva Dasi Koila Prabhur Milan. The next year, as usual, all the devotees from Bengal went to Jagannath Puri. And as in previous years, there was a meeting between Mahaprabhu and the devotees. Tasabar Sangye Ailo Kalidasa Nam Krishna Nama Vinateho Nahi Ko Heyan. Along with the devotees from Bengal came a gentleman named Kalidas. He never uttered anything but the holy name of Krishna. Mahabhagavateho Saraludar Krishna Nam Sankete Chalai Vyavahar. Kalidas was a very advanced devotee, yet he was simple and liberal. He would chant the holy name of Krishna while performing all his ordinary dealings. Simple and liberal. This is like Ananta Govinda. Sharal Udar. Simple and generous-hearted. Kotu Ketite Hojari Pashak Kelai Hare Krishna Krishna Kori Pashak Chalai. When he used to throw dice in jest, he would chant Hare Krishna while throwing the dice. Laguna Dase Teho Hui Yati Kuda Vaishnaver Chishta Kaite Teho Hui Laguda. Kalidas was an uncle of Raghunath Das Goswami. Throughout his entire life, he was an uncle of Raghunath Das Goswami. My goodness, I never caught that before. Kalidas was an uncle of Raghunath Das Goswami. Throughout his entire life, even in his old age, he tried to eat the remnants of food left by Vaishnavas. Goradeshe hoy jata Vaishnavera gam, sabaruchishta teho korilo bojam. Kalidas ate the remnants of food of as many Vaishnavas as there were in Bengal. Brahman Vaishnav jata chota boro hoy, uttam vastu betaloya tar tai jai. He would go to all the Vaishnavas born in Brahmin families, be they neophyte or advanced devotees, and present them with gifts of first-class eatables. Tartai shesh pacha loyen magia, kahana pai tobe rohe lukaya. He would beg remnants of food from such Vaishnavas, and if he did not receive any, he would hide. Bhojan korile patra velaya jai, lukaya se patrani chatikai. After the Vaishnavas finished eating, they would throw away their leaf dishes, and Kalidas would come out of hiding, take the leaves and lick up the remnants. Shudra Vaishnaver gore jai betaloya, e matataru chishta kai lukaya. He would also take gifts to the homes of Vaishnavas born in Shudra families. Then he would hide and in this manner eat the remnants of food they threw away. Bhuimali jati Vaishnav jarutar nam, amra fo loyeteho gelatar stan. There was a great Vaishnav named Jadu Thakur who belonged to the Bunimali caste. Kalidas went to his home, taking mangoes with him. So some type of low caste, presumably. Amra beta diyatar charan vandila tar patnire tobe namaskar koila. Kalidas presented the mangoes to Jadu Thakur and offered him respectful obeisances. Then he also offered respectful obeisances to the Thakur's wife. Patni Sahit. This is quite significant, actually. That because normally, like, women would be considered inferior, and normally someone in a low caste, of course, would be considered inferior. But this Kalidas, he's utterly disregarding all of these social prejudices and purely recognizing where is devotional qualification and honoring that. Patni sahite hoachen bosia, bahu saman koila Kalidasere dekia. When Kalidas went to Jadu Thakur, he saw that saintly person sitting with his wife. As soon as Jadu Thakur saw Kalidas, he likewise offered his respectful obeisances unto him. Ishtagoshti kotokan koritar sane Jadu Thakur kohetare madur vachane. After a discussion with Kalidas that lasted for some time, Jadu Thakur spoke the following sweet words. Hamini chajati tumi aititi sarvotam, kon prakare karimo ami tomar sevam. I belong to a low, so this is Jadu Thakur telling Kalidas, I belong to a low caste and you are a very respectable guest. How shall I serve you? Agyadeho Brahman gore anna loya diye. Tahatumi, because Kalidas is coming in the mood of being the servant, but Jadu Thakur is saying, like, you're higher than me, I want to serve you, what can I do for you? Agyadeho Brahman gore anna loya diye. Tahatumi pashad pao tobeami jiye. If you will permit me, I shall send some food to a Brahmin's house, and there you may take prasadam. If you do so, I shall then live very comfortably, because the social stratification was so strong at that time that you couldn't eat food that came from a member of a lower caste. Even even there were different types of Brahmins, and like a lower level Brahmin couldn't offer food to a higher level Brahmin. So we see this sometimes. It's like, I mean, to us it sounds like kind of funny. Like, can I arrange for someone else to cook for you? like not like, can I invite you to my house and cook for you? But can I arrange for you to eat at somebody else's house? It sounds a bit odd, but it's actually respectful. They're saying like, I'm not qualified to cook for you. Like when Mahaprabhu meets with the Sanodian Brahmin in Vrindavan, or Mathura, I think maybe in Mathura. This class, I don't think we hear his name, but Sanodian Brahmins are like lower level Brahmins. And so he and Mahaprabhu, they meet and they have this very ecstatic meeting. And then afterward they're like singing, chanting and dancing together in ecstasy. Then afterwards the Sanodian Brahmin tells Mahaprabhu, can I invite your cook, Balabhaja, to cook for you? Like, I'll supply ingredients or something like that. I'll invite you to my house and Balabhaja will cook for you. He doesn't directly offer, but I'll arrange for your servant to cook for you. And Mahaprabhu, he says, no. Madhavendra Puri, because they realize they have this relationship, that he was a disciple of Madhavendra Puri and he'd cooked for Madhavendra Puri. And so Mahaprabhu told him, no, Madhavendra Puri ate directly what you cooked, I will also do that. You know, what is the direction, what is the example, the precedent set by the Vaishnava, I will follow that, overriding any scriptural injunction. And so here also he's humbly saying, you know, I can arrange for you to eat at a Brahmin's house because I'm not qualified to cook for you. Kalidas kohe Thakur kripa koro more, tomar darshane ainu mui patita pamade. Kalidas replied, my dear sir, please bestow your mercy upon me. I have come to see you, although I am very fallen and sinful. Pavitra hoinu mui painu darashan, kritarta hoinu mur safal jivam. Simply by seeing you, I have become purified. I am very much obligated to you, for my life is now successful. Ekavansha hoy jari kripa kori koro, para raja deho para mor mate doro. My dear sir, I have one desire. Please be merciful to me by kindly placing your feet upon my head, so that the dust on your feet may touch it. This is a very beautiful example of Vaishnava exchanges. The Vaishnavas, they're always seeking mercy from one another. There's no question of high and low. They are always, you know, feeling themselves to be in a position of needing grace from the other Vaishnavas and seeing how the other Vaishnava is capable of blessing them. You know, like in the meeting between Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Rai, it's like too much, you know, like from our ordinary vision. They're both, Mahaprabhu and Ramananda, they're both presenting themselves as being in a very like inferior and lower position, and glorifying the other as being in a position to bless them. Or another way that Gurudev expressed it, my religion is to find fault with myself and to glorify the devotees, to seek to correct myself and to appreciate others. This is the Vaishnava mentality. You know, so to the extent that Mahaprabhu is saying, I'm a Mayavadi sannyasi. Like, I need your association. and Sarvabhauma, he was a Mayavadi, and Mahaprabhu converted him. But Mahaprabhu says, Sarvabhauma, he's my very good friend, and he melted my heart. And I was a Mayavadi sannyasi, and Sarvabhauma gave me his association. And he's very kind to me, and he told me to come here and get your association, to see you. Because Sarvabhauma, he'd met Ramananda Rai before, and he didn't think so much of him. But then after he was converted by Mahaprabhu, then he understood him, and then he could understand he was a great Vaishnava. So when Mahaprabhu was going to South India, then Sarvabhauma told him, while you're there, you have to visit this Ramananda Rai. He's such a great devotee. Now I understand what a great Vaishnava he is. And so then they meet, but then this is how Mahaprabhu presented. Sarvabhauma, he blessed me, he helped me. I need your association. And meanwhile, Ramananda is saying, I'm so absorbed in material affairs, I'm like a Shudra. I need your association to purify me. It's very beautiful. From an objective angle of vision, it doesn't make any sense. From the analysis of logic and such, it doesn't make sense. But for one who has heart, for one who has real devotional temperament, this is the real way in which their heart will go in this direction. They will more and more feel themselves to be in need of higher grace, and appreciating how grace is coming to them from the environment. So Kalidas has expressed, please be merciful to me by kindly placing your feet upon my head. And then Jadu Thakur replies, Thakur koi aiche bad kohite na jujai, ami niche jati tumi su sajan rai. Jadu Thakur replied, it does not befit you to ask this of me. I belong to a very low caste family, whereas you are a respectable, rich gentleman. Tobe Kalidas shlok podi shunailo, shuni Jadu Thakurer borosu kahoilo. Kalidas then recited some verses which Jadu Thakur was very happy to hear. And this verse is quoted a few times in Chaitanya-charitamrta. Name Bhaktas, this is from the Hari, well, it's included in the Hari Bhakti Vilas. I don't know where originally it's from. Name Bhaktas Chatur Vedi Mad Bhakta Swapacha Priya Tasmai Deyam Tato Grajam Sacha Pujo Yata Yaham. Even though one is a very learned scholar in Sanskrit literature, if he is not engaged in pure devotional service, he is not accepted as my devotee. But if someone born in a family of dog-eaters is a pure devotee with no motives for enjoyment through fruitive activity or mental speculation, he is very dear to me. All respect should be given to him, and whatever he offers should be accepted. For such devotees are indeed as worshipable as I am. And sometimes devotees, they ask me, when this verse is quoted, they ask me, does that mean that they're still eating dogs? That's not really the point here. I don't need to analyze that. But the Sanskrit is very concise and sweet. The English, it's hard to translate. But Na me bhaktas chaturvedi. Literally, chaturvedi means someone who has studied the 4 Vedas. And that that means you're a very like high level person, because not everybody and anybody would have even access to these Vedas. So you're like, situated at the top society in terms of, culture, education, birth. But na me bhaktash, they are not my devotee. If you may be Chaturvedi, you may be learned in all the Vedas, but you're not my devotee. But mad bhakta shwapacha priya. But my devotee, shwapacha priya, may be a dog eater. They may be my beloved devotee. And whatever he offers should be accepted, because he is as worshipable as myself. Tasmai deyam tato gajam sacha pujo yata yaham. And then we have another verse, which is from Bhagavatam. Ripradvi shadgunayutad aravindanabha padaravinda vimukat swapacham madishtam manye tadarpita mano vacha nehitarta pranam punati sakulam natu purimanaha. A person may be born in a Brahmin family and have all 12 Brahminical qualities, but if in spite of being qualified he is not devoted to the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, who has a navel shaped like a lotus, he is not as good as a chandala or dog eater, who has dedicated his mind, words, activities, wealth, and life to the service of the Lord. Simply to take birth in a Brahmin family or to have Brahminical qualities is not sufficient. One must become a pure devotee of the Lord. If a Shwapacha or Chandala is a devotee, he delivers not only himself but his whole family. Whereas a Brahmin who is not a devotee but simply has Brahminical qualifications cannot even purify himself, what to speak of his family. And now we have another quotation from Bhagavatam. Ahobata swapacho togadiyan yaj jivagrivartate nama tubhyam te pustapaste juhuvu shashna arja brahmanuchor namagrinanti yete. My dear Lord, anyone who always keeps your holy name on his tongue is greater than an initiated Brahmin. Although he may be born in a family of dog eaters, and therefore by material calculations be the lowest of men, he is glorious nevertheless. That is the wonderful power of chanting the holy name of the Lord. One who chants the holy name is understood to have performed all kinds of austerities. He has studied all the Vedas. He has performed all the great sacrifices mentioned in the Vedas. And he has already taken his bath in all the holy places of pilgrimage. It is he who is factually the Aryam. Shunitakar kohe shashtaye satya kohe se shashtaiche jate Krishna bhakti hoye. So Kalidas, because Jadu Thakur is saying, I am from a very low birth, you're a Brahmin, so, I need to serve you. But here, Kalidas is saying, hey, I've got evidence. It's not just my idea. I've got some evidence from the scriptures. If you are a Brahmin but have no devotion, you are useless. But if you are low caste and you have devotion, you have the highest position. So let's see how Jadu Thakur responds to this. Shuni Thakur kohe shastraye satya kohe se shashtaiche jate Krishna bhakti hoye. Hearing these quotations from the revealed scripture, Srimad Bhagavatam, Jadu Thakur replied, yes, this is true. For this is the version of Shastra. Shastra e satya kohe. Shastra speaks the truth, speaks truth. It is true, however, for one who is genuinely advanced in devotion. So, this is very clever. Yes, this is true, but I'm not a devotee either. My birth is low and I have no devotion. So it's not true for me. Ami nicha jati amar nahi Krishna bhakti, anya iche hoy amar nahi iche shakti. Such a position may befit others, but I do not possess such spiritual power. Wow. It says Krishna bhakti. Amar nahi Krishna. Oh, okay. No, he does. He says Shakti. I have no Shakti. I do not possess such spiritual power or Shakti. I belong to a lower class and have not even a pinch of devotion to Krishna. I don't have any devotion to Krishna. Mahaprabhu says, na prema gando, I don't have a scent. Tane namaskari Kalidas Vidai Magila Jadu Thakur Tobetar Anuraji Aila. Kalidas again offered his obeisances to Jadu Thakur and asked his permission to go. The saint Jadu Thakur followed him as he left. Tare Vidai Diya Thakur Jadi Gore Ailo Tar Charan Chinna Je Tai Purilo. After bidding farewell to Kalidas, Jadu Thakur returned to his home. Leaving, so it's like, like when you have a respectable guest leaving, then you go outside and you wave them off in their car. So Kalidas is left and Jadu Thakur has followed him out some distance to accompany him, and then he's returning to his home. So, after bidding farewell to Kalidas, Jadu Thakur returned to his home, leaving the marks of his feet plainly visible in many places. Se duliloya Kalidas sarvangele pila, tarnikata ikstane lukaya rohila. Kalidas smeared the dust from those footprints all over his body. Then he hid in a place near Jadu Thakur's home. Jadu Thakur gorjai deki amraful. I mean, like, what kind of devotion does Kalidas have that he's so satisfied, just to secretly, take a little foot dust and take some. We're going to hear, this is incredible, what he does here. It's like, we're running out of time. I'll just finish these few verses, because this is just incredible. So upon returning home, Jadu Thakur saw the mangoes Kalidas had presented. Within his mind, he offered them to Krishna Chandra. So there's some, see, I always say everything is in Chaitanya-charitamrta. So it doesn't say he peeled the mangoes, cut the mangoes, and offered them to Krishna and the altar and then took them. But he's mentally, so it's okay to sometimes just take some fruit. Don't have to be fanatical. I mean, if you're not living in the temple, then of course we offer everything to Mahaprabhu. But sometimes devotees get, somebody told one devotee when they came to Navadvip, one of the residents offered them a glass of water, and they said, "Has this been offered?" Who was that? Somebody told us that story. But sometimes, I experience that too. They want to know everything. Has this been offered? Or they give you a bag of nuts. I offered this. It's okay.
No, even to Gurudev, they were going to give him something. Did they offer that? Did they offer that to the Lord?
It's very childish conception. You can offer directly to Gurudev. Actually, it's a little bit offensive to Gurudev to think like that. Like you're trying to purify him by giving him prasadam. No? The Goswami Maharaj, he said somebody offered the prasadam of a Braja Basi to Gurudev once. Goswami was you're trying to purify your guru, you think that prasadam is higher than him, But anyhow, some precedent here. Jadu Thakur, he's mentally offering the mangoes and then he's taking them.
Time, place, and circumstance also.
Exactly, yeah. Srila Sridhar she also explained like this is very neophyte, that he said like for neophyte level it is good to take directly what has been offered as much as possible, as that's their level of faith. And then he said Madhyam Adhikar Vaishnav, they will mentally offer, then they will take. Then he said, but Uttam Adhikar Vaishnav, they don't even mentally offer, because for them everything's automatically prasadam. They're seeing whatever is coming to them is the prasadam of Krishna. So they're just living at 100% in that plane of consciousness where they're a servant of Guru, Gauranga, and everything they're doing is an offering. And so everything that's coming to them is prasadam, like that. So yes, according to our adhikar, we will see things differently. In Bhakti Suranga Goswami Maharaj, when they were on that preaching excursion, then you better stop. I know Saraswati has a lot of things to do. They have to eat at a restaurant because there's nothing else available, and there's onions there. I'm saying this is Mahaprasad. Because they're there for Krishna's interest, they're serving Krishna's interest. And this is what Krishna has sent them, so this is Mahaprasad. Maybe it's not 100% pure, but from a higher perspective, it is completely pure. So we'll hear tomorrow the lengths that Kalidas goes to get the prasadam of the Vaishnavas.
But one shouldn't imitate those higher Vaishnavas.
Yeah. That's absolutely true, yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, on our level, as much as possible, we're taking the prasadam, the Mahaprasad that's been offered, and we're taking it. But like Gurudev, he would take before, right? No, but we're not imitating that. Gurudev would take earlier, or maybe the same time, that the offering was going on. And they were cooking separately for Gurudev. But for us, it's good for us to follow the neophyte program, for sure. We have to understand what level we're at and follow that, and not to imitate. But if you're like in the preaching tour of Spain, you're on a train somewhere, then maybe you do the mental program. Jai Shri Chaitanya-charitamrta ki Jai, Shri Krishna's Kaviraj Swami ki Jai, Kalidas Prabhu ki Jai. To sing, Didi, or Ramananda Prabhu to sing.
Hari Haraya Namah Krishna Yadavaya Namaha.
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 Yadavaya Namaha.
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha.
Gopala Govinda Ram Sri Madhusudana.
Gopala Govinda Ram Sri Madhusudana.
Hari Hari Gopinath Mana Mohana.
Giri Hari Gopinath Madana Mohana.
Chaitanya-charitamrta Sriyukta.
Chaitanya-charitamrta Sriyukta.
Radhara Srivasta Vijnavata
Radhara Srivasta Vijnavata. Hari